And welcome to Wet Roundup. We're up to Division 6 and I'm with a couple of virgins tonight. I'd like to welcome these boys. We've got Brahma Rafanelli from the Lockleys Footy Club.
Thank you very much, Darcy.
So 50 games at Lockleys and ex-Flinders Park boy?
Yeah, no, so I started at Lockleys and then when we did make it under 18s team, I went to Flinders Park, so I had a few good years and you got to umpire a lot of our games at Flinders Park.
And being ex-Flinders Park boy, still not happy that he went, good on him too. Lockleys doing very well there with 50 games. Any best and fairest yet?
Runner-up last year, so got daylight robbery in front of me. So if I didn't play the A-grade game, I would have won it. So cost me. Too good.
And Steve Clay from Port District, so 200 gamer, mate. So you've been there since the juniors as well.
Yep. So since '96, had a bit of a stint in the country, but back now, and loving every minute.
Remember giving this redhead umpire a bit of a hard time?
Just a couple of times. Just a couple of sprays.
And just thought he'd give him a bit of advice. He thought it was a bit of advice. They all say that. Anyway, we had the first game. Now, guys, I reckon this is probably one of the upset of this division of the year. I think so. Not by obviously because of their bottom sides. Brahma Lodge were 8th. Adelaide Lutheran 9, but Adelaide Lutheran only won one game prior to this and they won by well over 50 points, 10 goals it was, so it was Adelaide Lutheran 15-15, so poor kicking as well, 105 to 6-8-44, so that's a massive win Adelaide Lutheran, so they've probably gone for broke to avoid relegation. They won last week, I just forgot who they played last week, they won last week as well against a top 5 side, so maybe they've got some of the players just before that cut-off on the 30th of June.
Yeah, it's amazing what desperation does, eh?
It absolutely does, but to try and avoid that relegation back to Div 7, great win there by Adelaide Lutheran. I think Brahma Lodge will be probably a bit of panic mode at the moment because they're probably the only ones, Elizabeth maybe, that could be only other chance for relegation because Greenacres have got it. They haven't won a game yet. But anyway, to Adelaide Lutheran, the best players in goalkeepers?
Yeah, Adelaide Lutheran, good win to them. Well done, boys. So the best players were Jacob Stolznow, Luke Sipavor, B. Coupe, T. Colwell and M. Delsar were the best players, and your goal kickers, you had T. Colwell with 5, G. Shuttleworth with 3, A. Goodall with 2, S. Hickey with 2, B. Knoll with 1, and M. Delsar with 1 as well. So.
Easy. And for the Lodge, D. Chaffey 2, D. There must be 2, must be brothers there. D. Steele and D. Steele single each, J. Williams and A. Madger for single as well. Best players, old N. Wright, B. Norman, E. Hem Mendez, B. Fuller and J. Cool, that was me, Lizzie Delic there. And the,
best players, so no, good win, great win Adelaide Lutheran by that margin as well, you think, but no, well done. Obviously, tide may have turned. Now we go to top spot. Rosewater took on the Lions, who were sitting, they were 5th, so they're equal 5th now with Parrot Hills, who are 6th, so but it's still probably not a bad win in Rosewater, probably a bit closer than they would have liked to have been, especially considering they haven't lost a game yet either. So, but it was a Rosewater 12-6-78, so very good kicking there to Fitzroy 10-4-64. So to just look at the Rosewater first.
Yeah, look, I think at the end of the day they'll be happy to come away with the points after travelling out there. So I think they would like to work probably a bit harder, but that's for them. And Rosewater will go on to the goal kickers with J. Morris with 4, B. Polwark with 2, B. Marnie with 2, D. Picaselli with 1, W. Nara, D. Newchurch and Elmera. Millera again with singles. So best players were J. Grant, L. Benbolt, B. Polwark, Ben Marnie and J. Dealey Godfrey rounding out the best players there.
So with the Fitzroy guys, I think they're missing that goal kicker that bagged all those goals. Prakak, I think, in the first few rounds. He was on fire. I haven't seen his name for a long time, so he was kicking bags. I think 17 round 1, I reckon, from memory. But C. Wheaton 2, D. Miller 2, A. Pigliassi, V. Leake, P. Wooden, K. Garrett, M. Cox and T. Lane all with singles. And best players old Lukey Hunniford. He's playing well below his best grade there. M. Cox, B. Katarani, P. Wooden and P. Lindsay all win the best players.
Yeah, and no, good win there. So now we head out to Salisbury West. Now this was going to be a huge win to Salisbury West. We picked it. Obviously Greenacres are struggling, haven't won a game yet, but it was a Salisbury West 21-24. Could have been a lot worse if there was some straight kicking there. To Greenacres 4-7. Looks like Greenacres are that pissed off with that they didn't even put any best players with goal scorers in. So easy one. But so who wants to do Salisbury West? Take your choose, boys. But
I'll look after it. Big A. Freeman 6 goals, N. Lynch 5, D. Mikachishis.
So I gave it to you.
Yeah, looks like a Polish striker. Looks like a Polish striker, right?
Yeah. Want to buy him out?
M. Clark 2, J. Davies 2, L. Spratanis, R. Davies, J. Medhurst, and A. Curiel with singles. A. Curia, M. Pudney, D. McIntyre, A. Maven, and Lynch all getting the best players. Must have been a bit of party time down there at Salisbury West.
Here we go again. A. Freeman, 6 goals, not getting best players. So then we see Lynch. He kicked 5 in the best players, so
must have been a bit of consolation in the back line.
Well, when you win 21 goals, you kick 6 of them. So, but no, just a bit of we have brought that up. No, exactly
Coach's
right.
award there.
Now we'll head out to Para Hill. So like a bit of a derby. It was Para Hill was taking on Para was taking on the Elizabeth Eagles, and massive win there to Elizabeth. It was there in 7th. Para Hills are she was there
sitting above
them. Sorry,
yeah.
It's 3 games as well.
It's
So this is a massive upset. 100 points. This is another upset. We see a side 3 games below them actually winning by over 100 points. So something's gone astray there for Para Hills. But it was Elizabeth 21-21. So again, slightly off kicking there, 147, defeating Para Hills 75-47. It sort of started off 3 goals at quarter time, 3 goals at half time. Then I think they just kicked away in the third quarter. They kicked 1 goal to 9 goals in the third, and only 2 to 5 in that third in the last term. So it's really the third quarter that did it exactly. So, but the best players. We'll start off with Elizabeth.
Yeah, well, it's 42 scoring shots to 12, so it's a big. Yeah. So with Elizabeth, J. Reynolds 4, Upton 3, D. DeRuvo 3, A. Stevenson 2, A. Hahn 2, B. Taylor 2, J. Page, B. Mitchell again, S. James, B. Abbott, all with singles.
Say half the side there.
Yeah, you could pretty much.
Spread it around, like good on them.
Yeah, no, but very surprised they're down there though. They won't give 6 out of the year. I thought they'd be doing a lot better actually. B. Taylor, B. Mitchell, D. Ruvo, B. Abbott, and A. Stephenson are all one of the best players for them.
And with Para Hills, a bit easier for me. Goal kickers, you had S. Willerman and S. Hansen and M. Travis all with 2 and L. Bowie with 1. Best players were S. Charlton, M. Travis, S. Bockman, S. Nash and R. Rebeck.
Yeah, massive win Elizabeth, and so they're equal, I suppose you say equal second bottom or equal 7th, but they are 3 games behind Para Hills, so probably not much chance of relegation, but still got to keep, they win, keep winning like that, they won't get. So
proud club,
absolutely,
very proud club.
Yeah. Okay, head to the last game. It was West Croydon, who are doing very nicely, sitting in 2nd spot. This is probably the match of the round. Trinity, who was sitting 4th.
Yep. So
they're 3 games behind now. Could have been just 1 game if Trinity did take the bickies in this one, but wasn't be. But a close game nonetheless. It was 11-9-75 to Trinity 8-3-51. So it's a good win to West Croydon. They are 2 games behind Rosewater, so they're keeping in touch up there.
Yeah, that we thought. West Croydon Towers up in a trial game.
Yeah.
We all thought West Croydon would sweep them. They're doing quite well. Rosewater looks like the team to beat, but I'd be nervous versing West Croydon because they should have gone up the other year.
Yeah,
they made the grand final and didn't go up
because that one went in or
So.
I know they're a little bit dirty on that. It's a bit of fuel for them. So those boys, there's a good bunch of lads down there at West Croydon. So I'll take it away with the goal kickers. I saw the end of the game. They're about, I think it was 9 points up when I got there, and they ran away winners. So D. Emery kicked 3, J. Sumner 2, B. Halls 2, R. Foley 2. He'd be a bit disappointed with that, he wants to try and kick 100 this year. B. Stokes and L. Francis both kicked 1. Best players were N. Simons, Joey Ball, B. Stokes, Patterson, and Luke Nichols, the captain.
I know they're a bit filthy out taking Chad Spur from them, but sorry Trinity, but A. Cotter with 4, C. Tanissa 2, M. Gibson and J. Smith all with singles. Best players A. Ponderexis, J. Dickerman, M. Druitt, J. O'Hara and William Wheeler. I know he's a good lad, so well done, Billy.
I did mess that up a little bit. I said Nichols was the captain. I'm sorry. That's I got that big role. That's Nicky Simons. So it looks a bit like Harry Kane. So he's doing well this year.
Yeah, he would be too as a ladies team, maybe.
Now we head to goal scorers, goal kickers. Sorry, so Ryan Foley from West Croydon 60. So nice bag there. He's 13 ahead of Alex Cotter, and then Dean Miller's 1 behind Alex on 46. Ryan Smeck also on. I think he kicked 1 last week from Para Hills. So could have put him behind a bit, and then Daniel Wheatra from Para Hills on 40. So Ryan Foley's in the lead by 13. Now we head to this week's games. So we've got Elizabeth taking on West Croydon. So we've got Elizabeth who in 7th, West Croydon 2nd. I think this is going to be not a walkover. I think West Croydon will do the job here.
Yeah, but Elizabeth player that we did last week though. Anything's to go, but yeah, West Croydon for me.
Yeah, I think Mickey's got the boys down there working really well. I'd like to see West Croydon get this by quite a big margin. I'd say 10 goals.
Yeah, and Greenacres and Brahma Lodge. So Greenacres are struggling. Brahma Lodge are 8th, and after that bad loss last week, Adelaide Lutheran, this could be a chance for Greenacres to win the first game. Is it going by what Brahma Lodge did last week? But I still think you've got to go Brahma Lodge. I think Greenacres are really struggling at the moment.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Brahma Lodge will bounce back and continue the pain for Greenacres.
Yeah, Brahma 60 plus, I reckon.
This will be a cracker again. This one, they're both Fitzroy and Parrot Hills. They're both equal on 7 and 6, so they're both sitting at 5th spot, equal 5th. So whoever wins this is going to be out. Whoever wins stays in the 5. So this is how close this one is. And they're one game behind Trinity, who are 4th. So this is a cracking game considering we're up to round 14 now. So this is a game they're going to have to win. Not you say that about every game, but to be in the 5 and be one game ahead is an important game. This one. So look, only because it's out at Fitzroy. That's the only reason why I'm going for Fitzroy and Parrot. Is this going to be a bull terror of a game? I think.
Yeah, I think Fitzroy did a fairly good job last week against Rosewater. They'll definitely have to keep their wits about them though. Parrot Hills will want to bounce back, but I still think Fitzroy will get the job done.
Yeah, Lions me too.
And this week, I think Adelaide Lutheran start to say, right, we can get a run on here after our last 2 wins. They're going to come under the might of Rosewater, so I don't think this is going to be the week.
No, I think it's going to be a Rosewater Croydon grand final. So.
It'll be a good tester for them though, this game. Yeah, test them more than anything. But I think,
see where they're at.
Yeah, but I think Rosewater's still by a big margin. So,
yeah, I think don't mind an underdog, but maybe not this week.
Yeah, no, Rosewater for me.
And this another cracking game here, Trinity and Soldier West. So we've got 3rd versus 4th. So this will be a cracking game, and they're probably close to each other. Or I'm going for Trinity. I reckon they're on the up at the moment. So Trinity for me.
Yeah, not just because of the home ground. I think Trinity really pushed West Croydon last week, and Salisbury West just probably not quite there. I don't think Trinity didn't get the points.
And they don't lose too much at home, old Trinity.
Yeah, exactly. I hate losing there. You got to walk about 8 kilometres to get in the change room, but it's okay.
Bit of stuff there, mate.
Umpires' rooms just put them back. So when they abuse us, we can't quite hear it. That's all for Division 6. We'll see you next week.